Yo, I'm Bob. Totally blind since birth, into Star Wars. Gonna be taking a look at another action figure from the vintage collection. He's the second I unboxed from Hasbro's Rescue Set from the Mandalorian TV show. This is Djarin, the Mandalorian himself. This is probably my favorite iteration of Din. He's got some attachments that you can place onto his gauntlets here. His whistling birds are on the left. I'm going to move him back and forth because this is a really long attachment piece. So these are the little missiles that he fired, made those really cool whistling sounds. I think those are my favorite weapons that he uses. And let's raise him and lower him. Always got to do that in these videos. Of course, he was portrayed by Pedro Pascal. Can't wait for season 3. On his right gauntlet here, I have his flame attached for his flamethrower. Pretty cool piece too. I think it's the same as Shae Vizsla's effect piece. But if Din wants to melee, he can do that too. He's got his Beskar spear in his left hand. I'm really glad we got this accessory. Been looking forward to this for a long time. And of course he's got his IB-94 blaster pistol in his right hand. Since it's just me unboxing these action figures, it took me a few minutes to figure out which action figure the interchangeable hands went with. So I wanted to bring Dark Trooper back for a minute. He's got fists that you can place onto his wrist ports. So when he's not holding his pistol, when he wants to try and pummel the Mandalorian, yeah, he's got some fists. So you can recreate that scene where one of them was trying to knock the stuffing out of Din. I wish we could have gotten a clean, unscarred, undamaged head for this guy. I will say that. But I mean, no big deal. He's coming on a single card, but I don't know. And let's see, Din, he's got a little teeny tiny piece that you can place over one of the gauntlets. I guess so it'll look a bit more show accurate. I have that in the plastic baggie. There's no way you're going to be able to see that little piece. I don't think I rotated Din all the way around. So I'm going to do that real quick. He's got a cloth goods cape. I have it moved to the left side so you can see the jetpack a little better. Not exactly how the plastic cape on the other Din Djarin action figure looks, but yeah, best we got. So I suppose that'll do for this figure review. I really wish we could have gotten some more whistling bird accessories. Maybe one of these days we'll see these attached to a little flight stand or something like that, so you can have them flying at a stormtrooper in a display or something like that. I really love the way these look. Really glad we got the whistling birds, the flame accessory piece. This is what I'm talking about when I'm mentioning pack-ins and things like that. And when I found out we were getting this, the little Beskar spear, I had to pre-order this. I don't know if we'll see this on a single card. I hope we do, because, you know, the Beskar spear, it's kind of made out of a very brittle plastic. So if you're going to store that, I would advise you storing it in a little baggie that you have reserved for, you know, spears and staves and things like that. And, you know, I'm kind of worried that it might snap at some point, you know, if we're not really careful with it. It's not gonna warp on you though. It's not made out of a very gummy plastic, so that's definitely a plus. But just be careful not to store this with a whole bunch of other action figures piled on top of it or around it or anything like that. I mean, unless you got a special place reserved for stuff like this. Anyway, 10 out of 10 for Din. And next time we'll be taking a look at Moff Gideon and little baby Grogu. So be here for that. May the Force be with you, and I'll hear you then.